Hey everyone! So today I've decided to actually make a video, mostly just because today's been one of those really random days. And it's been a really random day just because the weather has been really odd in Toronto today. This morning I woke up and it was sunny, or at least the sun came out midday, and it was pretty decent weather outside today for February. But I thought it was insanely windy this morning, and dumbass me decided to wear a skirt. And not like a pencil skirt that's hugging my hips. It was a flouncy skirt that, like, goes anywhere the minute it's touched by wind. So that was fun today, but we have a storm rolling in through Ontario and through Toronto. Apparently tonight we're going to be getting a crap ton of snow, and I am hoping and praying, like a ton of other university students, and I'm pretty sure a ton of other high school students and whatnot, to get the snow rolled in, just because I have 2 assignments due and one of them is not done. So I'm hoping that they cancel school and I don't have to go, because I don't want to mission all the way downtown Toronto in disastrous weather. Disastrous? Fun of unedited video. But one of the things that I really wanted to talk about today in this video was retail. And anybody who works in retail knows that you could probably make 100 different videos on just a regular basis about what goes on at your workplace. And I do work in retail, so I've kind of had every walk of life walk through my door, or the door of the store that I work with. And you get a ton of different interesting conversation, to say the least, and you get a ton of crazy people, and you get a ton of nice people, and you get a million different types of conversations. But the one thing that I had, because it was a bit slow today, and I think mostly just because of the weather, I had this really amazing customer come back in, and she had purchased one coat, but she wanted to have another coat sent in, and it was of a different color, same coat, but different color. And the nice thing was the whole reason she wanted to see the two different colors together. And the brilliance of that whole situation was because she asked for my honest opinion. Now, in retail, you can't always give particular customers your honest opinion, and you've got to give a white lie. But lately what I've realized is that no matter what, if you are honest with a customer, it's going to either go 2 ways. It's either going to go the way where they completely and utterly appreciate your honest opinion, and they're going to take it into consideration, and they're going to maybe look at something else, or they're going to go with a different size or a different color, a different style, all that shit. Or they're gonna think you're completely rude, they're gonna walk away from you, they're gonna tell you to your face that you've been rude, or they're just gonna ignore you. It either swings one way or the other. And lately, because I've been open and honest with a lot of customers, even if they think I'm being rude or they completely ignore what I say, at the end of the day, they're gonna do whatever they want. And at that point is when you step away, you smile, and you let them do whatever they want. If they want to blow $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 on a coat, on a dress, on whatever they want to spend their money on, you've just got to let them. And they're either going to go home and love what they've bought and wear it with pride, or they're going to come back the next day and get what you told them, or they're going to get something else. Or you're going to eventually see them coming back to get the proper size or whatever it is. But it's one of the lovely aspects of customer service and retail and dealing with people. People with money, and people who want to spend money, and people who sometimes think that they own the world. It's very pleasant to be open and honest with a lot of customers, mostly just because at the end of the day, a lot of people do appreciate your opinion, and they appreciate you spending time with them and being honest. There's 2 different ways, or more than 2 ways, but there's a bunch of different ways of being honest with somebody. And if you're gonna say, you know what, I think that maybe you should take a look at a different color, or a different style, or a different size, and you show them options, if you show options, people are gonna appreciate it. if you're completely flat out rude and be like, no, I think that's ugly, or no, I think that makes you look very fat, or if you are just completely and utterly rude to them, yeah, they're gonna get pissed off and walk away, and they're probably just gonna return it, get their money back, and leave and never come back. It happens. It's customer service. You can only predict a person only to a certain degree. You can get to know people really easily, really quick, especially in customer service and in retail. You kind of learn personalities really, really fast. And the only thing you can really do is just kind of play it by ear and be honest and pretend that they have options. Honestly, shutting up a customer, the best way to do it is pretend they have options and kind of give them all the reasons that they can or can't have something. And by the end of it, by the end of that little speech that you've wrapped in a nice neat bow and handed to them, they're probably going to be a lot calmer. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to bring up, is just being open and honest. And I think that works in everyday life and not just in customer service. I think if you're open and honest with people in your life and with random strangers, or if you're just polite in a sense, I think it'll get you a lot further. Sometimes, especially by the end of the day, you're exhausted and you're tired and you're frustrated. So I completely understand that. I definitely hit those walls, especially when it comes to dealing with customers. It tends to happen, and I do have a lot of patience, especially with the job that I've worked at for a really long time. But, I mean, your patience can only go so far. And the one thing is if you're ever dealing with a customer that's really, really horrible, and you don't want to deal with them anymore, the best thing to do in that situation is call your manager and be like, hey, okay, this is what's going on. I don't know how to deal with it. This person's driving me up the wall. Can you please deal with it? And just walk away from the situation. It's not your job to get yelled at, and it's not your job to have to put up with somebody that you can't end up making the final decision for anyways. So I'm probably going to do some other customer service or retail jobs, service, whatnot, videos, just because I've got hundreds of stories. I don't try through these videos to make anyone look bad. It's just my opinion, and it's just the general consensus of a lot of people that I've spoken to who have worked in retail. Even my customers completely get it and understand sometimes. But that'll be about everything. I hope I probably rambled a ton in this video, but I'm not even going to bother editing it because it's just a waste of my time. So I hope you guys get some sort of entertainment out of this, and hopefully maybe some people who work in retail get something out of this. As always, you guys can reach me through Twitter, through my email. I'll post everything down in the info box, and I hope to be making a video tomorrow morning with a crap ton of snow outside to show you. Anyways, have a good evening, guys. Peace out.